business. Now, here are your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Fonte.
Hanging out during the halftime part of our show and joining us back here on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show in the Vault Media Studios. And the best way to join us here is to go to donandgino.com, hit the watch and listen live button, and that way you can join us here and see that someone just dressed up our studio, looking much better than Daniel Hunt, who's joining me today in lieu of Don Getling and I.
And better looking than the two other guys that went here earlier, too.
That's true, that's true. So we are now in the best looking moment of our studio. So if you'd like to join us, donandgino.com. And what we've done is we've got our real estate hour here, and we have one of our favorite guests, and one of our favorite agents, actually, who has a unique marketing strategy, I'll call it, in order to help you succeed in real estate. It helps you succeed as a buyer, helps you succeed as a seller, and it's not just some fancy gadget. It's not something you could turn on tomorrow. It's something that took years of a lot of hard work, effort, and probably calls at 3 o'clock in the morning to make it happen. So we'll get a little bit into that a little bit later down the line. Dan, earlier in the show we were talking a little bit about the word on wealth and things that are happening in our economy. And Janet Yellen made some statements yesterday that actually helped interest rates improve a little bit. Unfortunately, it was kind of the fact that the economy isn't quite there yet, and the Fed wants to keep the gas on the pedal, so to speak, a little bit. Did you hear it the same way?
Yeah, I heard the same thing. She also said things that she's said before, is that they are tapering. In other words, they're not going to be buying as many bonds and mortgage-backed securities. But she also said that it's not a continuous thing. They're going to reevaluate every single time, every single quarter, and then determine whether or not they're going to accelerate the bond purchasing or decelerate. And we'll see what happens. But the economy is not moving as fast as they want it to, and I think they're going to do whatever it takes to keep it going in the right direction, but maybe not as fast as everyone wants it to be.
Now, I got to tell you that me personally, I actually feel more comfortable with the slow, sustained growth that we're experiencing right now. A booming economy scares me to death. I don't want to have a booming economy. I'm not going to say ever again, but a booming economy boom is followed by bust. That's just the way it goes. So I'd rather just have a nice, slow decade of sustained growth for the next 10 years.
Let's say century.
Well, that's very optimistic of you, Dan. But I just think that that's something that we would benefit more from, even though we'd all like to get things done a little faster. I was talking about with a friend of mine that, a few years ago we were all talking about staycations, right? And I've moved from staycation to minication, right? But I'm not ready to go away to Europe for 2 weeks. That's not going to happen for a couple of reasons. One is our commitment here at Cherry Creek Mortgage to our clients. I'm not going to ditch you guys for 2 weeks, even though I have a fantastic team behind me. It's still important to be here for you. And it's just a matter of I just don't think the economy is there where we could be frivolous with our money. I think everybody's a little more conservative this time around. Everybody's watching their dollars, spending appropriately, starting to enjoy a little bit, but not quite like we were in the past where it was just a free-for-all and HELOCs abound.
Right. It's not 2006 anymore.
No, definitely not. Well, it's not 2006, it's 2014, and joining us today is Tamar House with Team House Real Estate. And we've had you on quite a few times before, Tamar, and talked about different things every time, varying from your team to your companies, to all the different things that you've done. Maybe we could talk a little bit about your involvement in Women's Council.
Absolutely. Hi, guys.
Hello. Hey.
Thanks for having me again. Really appreciate it. This year's been amazing for me and my team, and actually helping Santa Clarita get it on the map with Women's Council of Realtors. I'm the president this year for Santa Clarita Division, so very proud of our work and helping people across the country.
And speaking of across the country, you traveled across the country and received an award, right?
We sure did. We received a gold award, so our chapter's moving and growing and moving and shaking. So we got to go to Washington, D.C., and it was quite an accomplishment. So very proud of Santa Clarita.
What a great thing. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Women's Council of Realtors is the largest group under the National Association of Realtors, is the largest group of realtors in the nation. Is that correct?
Correct.
So yes. That's an awfully big group, definitely. And it's nice to see such a small town like Santa Clarita make an impact on a nationwide stage.
Absolutely. And the networking is just amazing. So when I am meeting with clients, I've just got oodles of information from people all over the country and referrals and people wanting to buy here in Santa Clarita that don't really know about our town. And it's so nice to share that with people from Nevada and Florida and Texas that, everybody's trying to leave California. And I tell them about Santa Clarita and they're like, maybe we'll stay.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about that. You're talking to people in different parts of the country. We always focus on Santa Clarita, and we will for the next 3 segments. But what are you hearing from your counterparts in the Women's Council of Realtors in different parts of the nation? How are they recovering compared to us?
Actually, Florida and Texas, those are my girls. I don't know why we've really bonded, but I think they're really growing right now.
That's a very humid girls that you got there. It's like
it's hot girls. But they're moving. Nevada just really isn't recovering very well. Depends on the area, though. I mean, it's so different. It's just like California. It's really diverse, and a lot of our states are typically like that. The Midwest, really not doing much.
Are you networking with agents in those states?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, especially when we go to our national conventions, it's national. We have somebody from every state, and then we have 3 state meetings a year. So our next one would be in Anaheim. And so you guys would be more than welcome to come to our expo. It's the CAR Expo. It's always followed with the Women's Council group. So we get to meet with the California Association of Realtors.
Absolutely total side note, but I actually have a really nice place in my heart for that expo because I went to that expo probably 5 years ago, and I'm walking past some booth, and this guy taps me on the shoulder and goes, "Excuse me, is your grandmother's name Fina?" And I'm like, yeah. And he's like,
no way.
He's like, we used to play together in the patio of her. And I was like, oh my God, it was
how
a friend
cool
of mine.
Is that?
Yeah,
See,
so,
I mean, you just never know who you're going to meet at these places.
Yeah.
Family referrals. It's just an amazing organization. So.
Well, that's good. I just wanted to bring that up because as every week we always bring up people giving back to your community. And I know that this is a real estate kind of a group of real estate agents, but still it's something that you're doing just with your own time, that you're donating your time to make sure that this group grows and continues to grow and putting Santa Clarita on the map.
Absolutely, and it's not just open to realtors. Anybody can come to our luncheons, TPC, the second Wednesday of the month, and we always have great topics that involve really anybody that owns a home, lives in a home, is near a home.
No. And you also don't have to be a woman either, right?
You do not have to be a woman, and most people do think that, So we love the support from our male counterparts as well. So.
Yeah, in fact, I've been to a lot of these luncheons, and they're very educational. We've had CPAs at the luncheons. We've had lender panels. We've had a multitude of different speakers, and there's always an inspiration, which is kind of nice, you know, so maybe somebody looking for a little inspiration. And something that you've done just now is you opened it up to the public. I did not know it was open to the public. I knew it was open to real estate agents and affiliates, but I wasn't sure that it was open to the public.
Absolutely. It's open to everybody, so we do send our invites out, and we'd love for you to share it with your clients as well if they'd like to join us.
Very good. So, Tamar, tell us how the best way to get a hold of you if someone's interested in getting into the Women's Council of Realtors or just joining an event.
855-HOUSE-05. That's our number.
855-HOUSE-05.
Yep.
Oh, is that you?
No, I have had it a while, so trying to get it out there.
That's awesome.
That's very good, very good. Well, when we come back, I'm going to make Tamar, I'm going to force you, I'm going to twist your arm a little bit, share with you one of the unique opportunities that I think she creates that's different than than other real estate agents in this area, is a unique opportunity for sellers and a unique opportunity for buyers. It's a bulletproof marketing plan that she's been working on for years, and I'm going to make her spill the beans. When we come back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220, KHCS.